Good morning, students. Today we are going to read chapter number 2, Understanding Secularism. Before starting this chapter, let's take an example. Suppose you have gone to America. You want a house on rent. But seeing your appearance, your dressing style, your language and your culture, people in America, they refused you. Now at this point of time, how will you feel? That just because of different culture, just because you are speaking different language, they have refused you. Now in this situation, you will react in two ways. First, either you will think that whatever the people in America have done with you, when they will come in India, you will also repeat the same thing. This is called retaliation. Or the second way of reaction is, you will think that people, wherever they live, wherever they go, they should be treated equally, irrespective of their caste, religion, culture, language. Let's understand better through a familiar example. You all know about Germany and Hitler. Hitler was a dictator of Germany. When he was dictating the country, he wanted to make Germany a pure German nation. So he killed many Jews, he persecuted many Jews in Germany. Similarly, we have another country, Israel, where Jews are in majority and Christians are in minority. So here also many Christians, they were discriminated. Now through these examples, we have concluded that people of one religion, members of one religion, are discriminating with the members of other religion. And the situation can worsen if the government of those countries start favoring any particular religion, or they promote any particular religion, or they declare any one religion as their official religion of the country. Now let's see what is the situation in India. You all know that India is a diverse country, diversity of culture, language, religion. So in India, fundamental rights have been given to the citizens, especially to the minorities, who can protect their interests from the domination of majority. In those fundamental rights, one fundamental right, that is the right to freedom of religion, is given. This right to freedom of religion gives liberty to the citizens to practice any religion. Also, in Indian Constitution, it has been given that the government will maintain a distance from the religious beliefs. It means the government will not interfere in the religious matters of the people, and the power of the government will be separated from the power of the religion. This is called secularism. Means that right to freedom of religion is given. Also, the government will not promote any particular religion as the official religion of the country. It treats all the religions of the country equally. Now let us understand why it is important to separate the power of religion from the power of the government. See, in any democratic country like India, democratic nation is based on equality and freedom of individuals. Everyone should be treated equally. This is the essence of democratic nation. But at the same time, we have to remember that democracy is a majority rule. So in case if there are many religions are in any country, okay, and there may be a possibility that some religion is in majority and the other religion is in minority. So if that majority religion will form a government, because the democratic rule says majority rule. So if that particular majority religion will form the government, then after forming the government, definitely they will use their power to dominate over the other religions. So in this way, the democratic principles of equality and freedom will be violated, and the fundamental rights which are available to the minority people will also be violated. After right to equality, we have also got right to freedom of religion. This right to freedom of religion gives freedom to the people to practice any religion of his her own choice. Also, the way in whichever way they want to practice, they can. There are no prescribed procedures for practicing or following any particular religion. So in this way, the government of the majority people, okay, the government will not order the citizens to follow any particular religion. This right helps us to protect our religion from domination from other religious groups. That is why it is important that the power of the government should be separated from the power of the religion.
The 3 drawings in this chapter were done by students of your age. They were asked to draw pictures on religious tolerance.